Hello, I'm Barbara Wood, and you're listening to Spain Property Insights from the Property Finders, independent buyer's agent specializing in Spain. This episode is all about Andalucía. One of the biggest differences between buyer's agents and estate agents is our ability to compare and contrast locations across whole regions in a way estate agents just can't. Covering nearly 90,000 square kilometres, Andalucía is larger than several European countries, and it's the only region in Spain with both Mediterranean and Atlantic coastlines. The highest peak on the Spanish mainland is Mulhacén in the Sierra Nevada ski resort at over 3,000 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the nearby Mediterranean coasts enjoy the mildest winter temperatures in Europe. Many buyers in Spain start their property search based on what they already know as tourists, which tends to mean spring, summer and autumn visits. As a result, few appreciate just how much this diversity impacts the property market. In reality, it makes no sense at all to speak of the Andalucía property market. There are several. I recently spoke with a couple keen to buy a house in one of Andalucía's famous white villages, where they'd been holidaying for years. They loved strolling to the main square on warm summer evenings for a drink and dinner, surrounded by the locals rather than tourists. Then I asked a simple question. Had they ever visited in winter? They hadn't, and were surprised to hear just how much colder it would be in winter. It had just never crossed their minds. What they didn't appreciate as their long-term plan was to spend most of their time in Spain during the winter months, the experience would be completely different. The reality is that Andalucia's climate is very varied, influenced by geography and topography. The average altitude of the Spanish mainland is 650 metres above sea level, and much of Andalucia's interior is higher than that. Altitude brings lower winter temperatures and hotter summers. Access is another variable. Relatively uncrowded motorways and the high-speed rail network connect the main cities, but inland Andalucía is largely rural and agricultural. Travelling on steep, narrow and winding roads not always well maintained can make getting around a chore. And the type of property available ranges from holiday apartments on the coasts to vast hunting estates inland, from the most luxurious villas in gated communities close to the coast, to country fincas in magnificent rural scenery, and just about everything else in between. The Mediterranean coasts enjoy some of Europe's mildest winters, while parts of Atlantic Andalucía receive among the highest rainfall in Spain, as much as 200 centimetres annually. In Tarifa, the strong Atlantic winds have created one of the world's leading kite and windsurfing destinations. So Andalucía certainly isn't one similar region, and the differences of climate, accessibility and property types mean it shouldn't be treated as one property market either. However, what the region does have is the diversity to attract a wide range of property buyers with different motivations and criteria. Over more than 20 years of helping property buyers in Andalucía find the location and property that works best for them, I've helped buyers who wanted city life with some culture, while others have been purely investment-driven, aiming at rental income and capital growth. Many have been getting a foot on the property ladder well in advance of retirement, and the families have included teenagers with different needs and interests, who certainly don't want the quiet and private locations that best suit the already retired. And increasingly a much younger international demographic is looking at Spain as a permanent home, and their criteria will include education considerations, so it matters to them that Andalucía is very well provided with international schools offering the International Baccalaureate, as well as British, American and other European curricula. The Andalucía property market really does have a location for everyone and a property for everyone's requirements. However, in my experience, most conversations with new inquiries start with them wanting to talk about properties, while we want to make the initial focus switch to locations. The best approach for buyers in Andalucía to take is not to ask themselves which property type they want, but which Andalucía market are they actually entering. And in the next edition of Spain Property Insights, I'll take a closer look at Malaga province, the undisputed engine of the Andalucía property market. You've been listening to Spain Property Insights from the Property Finders. For more market analysis, buyer guidance, videos, blogs and podcasts about buying property in Spain, visit our website at www.thepropertyfinders.com. Thanks for listening.